Rebecca Schaeffer was targeted by a crazed stalker named Robert John Bardo. Bardo became obsessed with Schaeffer after watching her on a popular sitcom.
Robert Bardo believed that there was a relationship between him and Rebecca. He had first seen her on TV in My Sister Sam, and he would watch, and he believed that she was talking to him as he was sitting there.
And he decided that that relationship was more than just his perception, that it was a mutual relationship that existed.
She's like very accessible, vulnerable type girl, very innocent, very charming, and very pretty, you know, about my age, you know. There's something very special about her. I just couldn't let go of her. She became the most important thing in my life, you know.
She started to do films, and she did a love scene in bed with an actor. And he saw that, and it infuriated him.
During all this time, if she wasn't answering, I'd get very frustrated, thinking that she was the sex object of like a bimbo for the male lead, you know.
So he then hired a private investigator for $250 and was able to obtain her home address. He went to her house and shot her at the door, and unfortunately killed her on her doorstep.
It's my first homicide. I was a homicide detective. And it wasn't until I saw a photograph on her counter that I recognized her. Because at the time, my kids were young and they watched that show.
The next day, police acting on a tip arrested 19-year-old Robert John Bardo, wandering near a freeway.
Original goal, not always be Rebecca Schaeffer. No one else, no other actress, nobody, just Rebecca Schaeffer.
In the case of Bardo, I mean, there's no doubt he was a weird guy. But he was, in some instances, very smart. When we sat and talked with him, he was very lucid, very planned out. He had the ability to think things out. He wasn't a loon.
Robert Bardo confessed to killing Rebecca Schaeffer and was found guilty of first-degree murder. Bardo was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Schaeffer case spurred new legislation in California, including the 1994 Driver's Privacy Protection Act, to prevent the public from accessing DMV records.
It wasn't until then that the DMV changed their procedures where someone just couldn't walk in and get the information.
The laws that we have are not adequate. They haven't been updated properly since we've introduced social media into our lives, which is now the way that anybody communicates with anyone, stalker or not.